Welcome everybody to yet another video here today, and we got something pretty interesting, my friends. This is Fall of the Republic, okay? Today we're going to be playing some Star Wars Empire at War, and this is going to be very different. Now, for context, I have my own background music, as you may hear in the edited, of course, version of the video, because obviously I can't play Star Wars music in the background due to copyright. Otherwise, we'd be having a great time with that. Otherwise, yeah, so you get whatever's in the background. As for what we're playing here today, I did a poll, and it seemed a lot of people wanted me to play the Galactic Republic. Now, a split even number of people also wanted me to play as the Empire, and then 20%, which is lower than the other two, wanted me to play as the First Order. Now, I tried the mod that I was originally going to use in a big, I'm not going to bother explaining it because, it didn't work, but it was going to be cool. I tried it, though, and it's kind of a weird mod with Galactic Conquest, so we're doing Fall of the Republic instead. Now, this mod is extremely hyper-complex, as in it is extremely overwhelming and very hard to lose track. Also, if you hear, like, rumbling in the background, that's a thunderstorm, so it's pretty aggressive, so just don't worry about it. Anyways, I'm playing as the Galactic Republic, and I am controlling the entire Grand Army of the Republic across the whole galaxy. Now, this is not all of the Star Wars galaxy, of course. This should be, how many planets? Like 90? I think it's like 90, 95 planets. This is medium sized. Large is 115 planets. I was going to do large, except it is unbelievably overwhelming to play this mod, so I decided I would just go with, a more normal size. So this is plenty, right? So this is the beginning of the Clone Wars. We are merely pretty much a few days after the Battle of Geonosis, the first Battle of Geonosis, right, which was an attack of the clones. So this is the beginning of the Clone Wars, and we have two main enemies. We have the CIS, Confederacy of Independent Systems, and then we have the Hutt cartels, which are, well, no, those are Mandalorians, hang on. Where are the Hutt cartels? They should be right around, they here? Yeah, they're here. Here are the Hutt cartels. These are the enemies that move around everywhere. Then we've got some sort of like neutral, quote-unquote, enemies. I say enemies because we're probably going to end up fighting them anyways. So we've got the Banking Clan, we got the Commerce Guild, Trade Federation, Techno Union, what else? Corporate Alliance, and then, are there any others? I'm not sure if there are any others. I think I named them all. Commerce Guild, Corporate Alliance, yeah, I don't know. And then we have, like, Independents. So that would be, like, the Mandalorians, which have Mandalore, of course, and then Zanbar. And then we have Republic Aligned. Now, Republic Aligned, I was under the impression, was, well, our ally. However, it seems they're more of, like, just another neutral enemy, because the way in which they work is, like, notice how I can't go past them? Normally, when you control a planet, you can go through the system and then, go wherever you want that's around it. However, with Republic Aligned, it seems they work like just another neutral system. So I don't think they can attack us, of course, because they're supposed to be aligned with us. However, they're also not our ally either, because, they don't really help. So it seems we're going to be every man for themselves. And I know this is obviously super early in the Clone Wars, but I do know that because of the way this mod works, there's a way to commit Order 65 or Order 66. So I'm not sure which I'm going to do, because we all know what happens when you commit Order 66. But 65, I'm not sure. Well, I know what it is, I just don't know what would happen exactly for us. So, yeah. So we have a bunch of heroes up the top here, right? So we got like Kit Fisto, Shaak Ti, Captain Rex, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Delta Squad, things like that. Commander Cody, and then some randos I don't know. but you know, like this guy, I've never Locust Gene. I've never even heard of this guy until like right now. So anyways, we're going to be commanding the entire Galactic Republic, so let's get into it. We have to start off, I've already clicked a few buttons, but it's not really a big deal. Here, where's our thing? Here it is. Okay. Excuse me, this is from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. With the recent events at Geonosis, it is regrettably my duty to inform you that the Republic is at war, Commander. The clone armies have been mobilized under the leadership of the Jedi. I trust you will be able to handle the task of dealing with the threat of Count Dooku's Separatists. Okay, so we have to amass an army, and we've got to get our forces in motion so we can rain an attack. Now, I don't remember difficulty recruit. I put it on recruit difficulty because if you know anything about galactic conquest in this game, you know that it goes on for absolute ever. And if you have a really hard enemy, the difficult enemy will constantly be attacking you and will never let you rest. Now, I don't know how much of the difference is between Fall of the Republic and Republic at War, because I've already done Republic at War, except I was playing as the CIS in that, so I'm not really sure how different it is, but I do know there are going to be a lot of sucky things we're going to have to do. So I also know that there's like Senate approval and stuff in this, so there's a lot of stuff we got to worry about, and like influence and things like that. It's definitely a huge mod. Okay, so where do we even want to begin? Because the CIS has a lot of influence up here in the galaxy, and then obviously you've got a lot of the quote-unquote neutral systems that are around. We shouldn't worry about the Hutts because they're kind of just in their own space. What we need to do is we need to fortify the Rishi system, and then let's see, I'm thinking maybe Krant should be our first target so we can secure this area here, so we can take out the Techno Union at Hypori over here. Okay, we do control Geonosis because this is after the Battle of Geonosis. Let's get a star base here. And then, okay, Rhodia's Republic aligned. Christophsis is another one. Now, we don't want to repeat the same mistakes of the Republic, and because I'm not planning on, doing things according to Palpatine's little game, I'm also not, it's not rigged for me to win or lose, unlike in the actual timeline. I'm stuttering so badly. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got defense stations. What's this? Okay. Oh wait, hang on. We can get an income from this? No. Ship crew income. I don't know what that's even supposed to be. Okay. Let's see. Trade port. Let's get a trade port on Anaxis. Okay. Let's see what else we should get. What's this? Anaxis War College? Generate commanders based on the planet's influence? Yes, sir, I want that. Alright, what do we got on Coruscant? I already built a Jedi temple, so we can get some Jedi Knights, stuff like that. Okay, Foros is controlled by the Techno Union, so I'm not too worried about that, but what I am worried about is this system here, the VAG dual system. We got to worry about that. Malastare is neutral, however, I have a feeling that's not going to really matter. And then we've got Ariadu. We got these two planets. Okay, they have Sullust. Okay, so, and then Mustafar is actually controlled by the Techno Union, not the CIS. So the CIS does take systems from its quote-unquote neutral allies. However, if you were to play as the CIS, you're actually able to engage in diplomacy with them. Okay, not that they're going to do that. So we can get some heroes here. We can get new heroes, actually. So who are these people? I don't know any of these people. Let's see. What do they control? Modified Dreadnought Heavy Cruiser. Invincible Dreadnought. Let's see. Outland Region Security Force. Definitely not. Wait. No. Commands Captor Heavy Munitions Carrier. Venator Star Destroyer. Okay, we want her. I don't know if she automatically comes with the Venator, or if that's like things that she can be attached to, or I'm not sure how that works. Because like if you have Dooku, for example, in like Republic at War, then, for example, you can put him on a Lucrehulk battle cruiser, even though that's not his ship, right? So, like, I don't know if it works like that, or...
What is it?
Okay, that was definitely a random voice actor, not anybody that I know, because... I was like, who's speaking? Okay. Alright. So we got Humbarine. Alright, so we're going to start over down by Rishi, and we want to start getting some better income. Alright, we control Tatooine, actually. Okay, what's this? Going to primary starbase. Okay, we got Camino. We want to start producing our stuff from Camino. Okay, so we can get, like, UTATs, we can get ATTs, and we can get some A5 Juggernauts over here. Let's see, what else can we get? Tax collection. Who are we going to tax on Camino? Let's be real here. Officer Academy. Okay, I think that's going to be good. We can also get local development structure. I also like that. Let's maybe get an Officer Academy. Yeah. So, we got Krant here. What can we do ship-wise? Let me take a look. Okay, well, let's produce some ships from... Oh, okay, we can't afford anything. Let's start producing ships from back here, because we can't really get anything unique, per se, anywhere here, so I'd rather do it from a safe spot. So, I like big ships. I am definitely a large fleet kind of person. That's why I prefer the Galactic Empire. Okay, let's see. Government expanding fronts. We cannot allow the spread of separatist ideologies. Thus, Republic Command has prioritized the military occupation of this world. Oh boy. Mimban. Oh dear. How many systems do I gotta burn through to get to Mimban? Let's see. It's over here, right? Okay, yeah. I gotta go through... Oh my god. Okay. Because either way, I gotta fight somebody. So we're going to go through the Ron Yards. So we got one system. We got to go through Denon, which is independent, and then cut through Mimban. Great. Okay. Well, we're not going to go... Well, should we? What do we get if we do? Hang on. What's our reward? Okay, RX 200 Falchion. That's not really worth it. How long do I have to do this? Start cycle 4? End cycle 10. Okay, they want me to do it immediately. You got it. Alright, well, I guess we're starting with Denon and Mimban then. Also, just so you guys know, I like to go back in time and correct mistakes. So, I'm going to make a lot of saves. Alright. So, we're going to want some Arquitans. Jesus, I cannot talk today. Arquitans, yes. We'll go with that. Okay. Let me secure Bestine so they don't pull the rug out from under us. Where's... Here, shipyards. I can't afford it. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? I want to get some trade ports for starters. Here. Dude, how long before this rotation ends? Jesus. Come on, hurry up. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Alright, trade port. Alright, Deveron. Let's see. Alright, we just have to move through Denon, and because it's independent, then there's not really anything fancy we gotta do. Like, we don't need to conquer the planet, we just need to cut through it. VAAT gunship. What is that? Okay. Oh, wait, no, we can just go straight through to Mimban. It's just not a very good position. Yeah. Oh my god, we have a straight shot. I'm just being an idiot. Okay. Well, can we send Delta Squad there, like, without them noticing? Because they've got the icon as if they can do that. Okay. Well, here, what can we gather then? I can just use the same fleet to take out Mimban that I was planning to use on Krant over here. The Confederacy has conquered Thule. Hang on. Okay, that's an exclamation mark. I was like, is that Thule? No, it's Thule. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Specialized in stealth and is not detectable by enemy space defenses. Let's test that. Always go back and do it normally. But I want to at least see if Delta Squad can pull a Republic commando and just burn through it by themselves. Alright. So we got everyone here. We got Scorch. Oh wait, no, that's Fixer. I'm looking at their icons. There's Scorch. So we got Fixer, Boss, Scorch, and Self. Right. Okay. Let's see. So where exactly are we going? Alright, so what's this? Battery infantry bunker. Interesting. Let's head up here. Hang on, what's this? I don't know what that... Like, I see the icon. It looks good, but I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, we have the locals. The locals like us. Sweet. Partisan band. Okay. You guys go grab this. There you go. Alright. Let's check on these guys. It gets a little laggy once you look at them directly. Alright, what can each of them do? EMP burst. Both of them have that, and sprint. Then, let's see, Scorch has the thermal detonator and proton charge, and then Sev has the overcharge blaster ability. Okay, so Boss and Fixer work basically the exact same way. Scorch is our heavy man, and then Sev is obviously our... Okay, what is this? Let's see. Let's get a turbo laser field emplacement.
Lock and load, Deltas.
3-8.
Alright. Sweet. So we captured this. Or wait, no, we can capture this. Abandoned heavy factory. So we're building up kind of an army on the planet. Oh crap. Commando droids.
Acknowledged. 3-8.
Alright, they're moving. They got rockets. Come on, get them.
Did you see that?
Come on, you guys can do it. There you go, Sev. Snipe them. Come on, there's one left. You guys got this. There you go. Nice. Holy Jesus. Okay, they have an army of droids on their way. I hear STAPs. Oh, dear. Okay, get that communications array up, and then try to get that turret. Do we have Hellfire droids? Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, take them out. Alright, partisans, head up here.
Let's form up.
Alright, anti-infantry turret.
Form up. Cancel that.
What is that? Oh, it's Droidica.
Watch your fire. Lay your trap.
There we go, Hellfire droids. Alright, light them up. Alright, get him. Come on, Sev, let's move. Oh, he's sniping him. Never mind, he's good. Oh, Scorch is taking fire, but we're good. Alright. Now, one thing I'm scared of is them dying, because in this mod, if they're dead, right, in terms of heroes. Because normally heroes come back after a short time, but they don't in this. Now, it may work a bit differently because this is Delta Squad, and so they come as a squad. So they may be fine, but like because there's multiple of them, and so the unit of Delta Squad is still alive, even if an individual goes down. So then it doesn't count as the hero dying because the hero is the squad, right? So it's not like Anakin or something where if he dies and he's an individual and then he's just gone. Alright. How many droids they got? A lot. Alright, we're still going through. Come on, Sev, you're gonna have to move up too. Is he stuck? He's stuck, isn't he? He is. Oh my god. Okay. Here, well, let's go.
On your toes, Delta.
Delta Squad forming up. We'll beat them.
There we go. Get them, civilians. We got this.
Radius check. Right behind you.
Yep, this is Mimban, alright. Alright. Got rain everywhere and mud everywhere. Alright, take that out. Oh, I hear commando droids. Alright, come on, let's go.
Let's set a trap there.
Prepare to assist.
Assisting 6-2.
Alright, we gotta find their main base and get out of here as soon as possible.
We secured a middle.
Let's form up. Hold it together, Delta. Delta squad forming up. Point.
Oh, let's go. Move it.
Take the cover here. Let's send 3 back to basic training.
Alright, Scorch. Thermal detonator. Let's move. Come on, hurry it up.
Area pacification.
Oh crap, they got snail droids. Bro, a swamp wampa? Am I reading that right? There's a swamp wampa. I've never even heard of that. Okay. Alright, that didn't go quite as I expected it to, so we're back to the drawing board. Okay, so let's see. We got a large fleet here ready to rock. Okay, Confederacy has conquered Corzin. Alright, and then I want a ground force that can actually do a decent job. Okay, first let's get a mining facility over Rishi. There we go. Okay, let's get some vehicles up. So let's start with ATTs.
Constructing unit.
There we go. Alright. Now let's also get the advanced factory. Actually, no. So we need a heavy factory, I believe. Or should we get... Let's get this. Let's get the light factory. There we are. Alright. So, let's not have Delta by themselves. And then let's send the fleet in after we send an extra... a few things. Okay, here. Let me get that. And then let's get a Pelta frigate, or Pelta support ship. I'm thinking of this one, right? Yep, Pelta frigate. See, they look the exact same. They're technically the same ship, but one of them, you know, serves a different purpose. Alright, and then I also want to move this stuff for our ground force. So here, let's move that there.
Mines, repairs, there's nothing we can't handle.
Alright, and then let's get some clone commandos over here. Alright, some ARC troopers. Alright, sweet. Now that we're all ready to rock, let's get this show on the road, fellas. Alright, let's see. Bothawai. Venator Star Destroyer. Nice. Research. I want that. Here, let me go to Kuat. There we are. Oh my god. 13,500 to research? Really? Alright, we're here. Wait, no we're not. I was looking in the wrong place. Okay, where's Mimban? It's right here. Alright, let's do this. So I think I saw a Providence destroyer above. So let's be careful for that.
We've located the enemy.
Alright, there we go, fellas. Let's do this. Alright, we're just gonna fly straight in. Okay, they have a bunch of Gazantes, I see. Is that what I'm seeing right? Hang on, let me check. Yep, Gazantes. And then they've got the Providence Destroyer, like I saw. And then they've got an Auxilia Pursuit Destroyer. And then they've got a defense station and their main thing. And apparently a bunch of reinforcements. Okay, a bunch of... Bro, how many Dang! Okay, wait. We done giving them free stuff? Wait, really? Come on. They just got 2 free Diamond class cruisers in several, let's see, a hard sell, and then we got a Munifex, 2 Munifex just showed up. Okay, wonderful. Alright, bombard the crap out of them, let's go. So, let's target the engines of the destroyer first. Alright, we want the Y-Wings to hit the engines, then Let's see. We want these. Target their scarabs.
They're not so tough.
Alright, there we are. Let's take out their bombers. Alright, then we're gonna split the fleet a little bit.
Missile destroyer reporting again.
There we are.
This used to be a two-tissue ship.
Alright, there we go. Alright, boost weapon power on this, and we're gonna target the front.
Plenty of supplies to go around.
Alright, fleet tender instantly heals all nearby starfighters.
Battle station.
Alright, there we go. We're splitting the fleet. Hey, where are you going? Get up here. Alright, you target the diamond class once you actually arrive. Alright, we got the torrents.
Incoming. Missile destroyer here.
Alright, they're turning their ship around.
This is the captain.
Alright, let's take out those Gazantes before they hit us with something magical.
It's us. Objective of flag.
Alright, let's get the ARC 170 up here. Jam their communications, or the radar communications. Jeez, okay. The immune effects don't seem to be doing much. Let's see. Alright, boost weapon power, and let's push up with these. Alright, Delta moving in.
Look to the sky. Look out. Captain here. Locked on target.
Alright, let's have these take out the Gazantes. What's this do? Oh, boost shield power. Alright.
Go, go, go. Target acquired. Let's go.
Come on, let's move it, people.
All stations ready. Moving in for the kill.
Alright, we're moving in.
Bearing set. Caution. Got you on the comm.
Alright, how are we doing over here? Alright, let's advance. Come on, let's move. Alright, what's going on over here? It's taking so long. Come on, get him. That guy just yelled medic. We're in space, dude. I think I might want to wait on that. Oh, we're taking heavy damage. Jesus, where is everyone? Get your cheeks up here! Move!
This is the captain. Nominal status.
Alright, straight this way. Bro, is everybody special? Get your cheeks up here! Move, you idiots! Proceed! Jesus Christ, who made the engines on these ships? God, we're moving like 10 meters a freaking minute. Let's go, come on. Oh, this thing's dust. Great. Alright, let's see if you can retreat before they get you. Oh, he's dead. Yup, they're done. I'm glad everybody's moved. Dude.
All stations ready.
We gotta get an engine upgrade somehow. This is sad.
Sir, there's still techno-union ships in the area. This is the captain.
Alright.
Set.
Great, more diamond classes inbound. Or are those the same ones?
Breaking
Okay, we gotta get up here. I don't know what we're doing, but skip this. Help him. Alright. Come on, let's go. Okay, well that took an eternity for you guys to get here. Bro, they have like 2 starfighter squadrons over here. They're just vulture droids, guys. You can keep moving. Oh wait, hang on, they got some hyenas over here.
And they just don't learn, do they? Lights Corvette here. This is Beta Squadron reporting in.
Alright, they're finished. Alright, victory is ours. Finally. Jesus, that took an eternity for nothing. Alright, we lost 1 acclimator. It's not that bad, really, but I wish we didn't have to lose anything at all, since we shouldn't have. Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright, we got this. I want some infantry in here, but yeah, we're not getting stuff fast enough. We don't have very long left, so let's wait for this
Stand by.
commando squad, and then let's go. Alright, come on, let's move. Come on, hurry it up! Hurry it up! Move! Move, you idiots! There! Alright, let's go. Mimban. Oh my god, we're cutting it close. Okay, I gotta be absolutely ready to immediately move that. Alright, we won. Little cut. Do we make it? Do we get it? Are they happy? Okay. Wait, what? No. Does that say we failed to capture Mimban because we were 1 second late? Let me just go to Kuwait. Research that. Okay. That's a wrap. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. The sentence. They're losers. They're losers. They think that using the zombies as a weapon is a good idea. I just missed every single shot in an enemy that was 1 inch in front of me. Why is the FNAF 2 hallway theme playing? Wait. Oh god! Jesus. Oh. You can't reload, fast enough, huh? Oh yeah, she's done. We got emplacements. Oh, she beat Acerola to death. Gonna be getting paid a lot for this one. Okay, well, looks like they've arrived a little earlier than expected. Get this thing started. Let's get out of here.